So, given there's not much going on in the Ashes community right now, at least until Friday when they're going to host that AMA, which I will be making a condensed video on, so consider subscribing if you want to catch that, because there's currently 11 pages of questions. They're going over the entire Alpha 2 roadmap and some other stuff. It's going to be a really long stream, so I'm just saying, you're already here, consider subscribing. But today my friend and I rewatched the entire BARD showcase from last month, because it was just such a good stream. I was in the mood to watch it again, and we managed to catch 10 things we didn't catch the first time around, and some of them we don't quite fully understand ourselves, but we do have theories on them, so let's go ahead and jump into it. First things first, we got updated tank animations. I was very excited and relieved to see this because me and a lot of other people had some concerns that the other support archetypes were kind of getting left behind after seeing how flashy and beautiful the BARD was, and this just goes to show they are getting some graphical love behind the scenes. Because the last time we saw the tank in group-based PvE combat where you could see the abilities, I think was Oakenbane Keep, which was January 2023, which is over a year and a half ago. Sure, we've had Node Wars and the Caravan livestream, but those are PvP showcases. And this is a separate ability. As you can see here in the clip, this is some sort of AoE aggro move, and it looks fine. They redid the Oakenbane Keep showcase because it was a little lacking, props to them, they did redo it, but the abilities still could use some work, and it looks like they're getting that work. I'm personally very excited for the Cleric in this game, so I'm very thankful and happy to see the other support archetypes getting a little more love behind the scenes. I'm not saying the tank and the Cleric need to be as flashy as the BARD. The BARD is theatrical, the BARD is musical and colorful. I get it, that's the flashy class, or the flashy archetype, but the tank and the Cleric, they needed a little more, you know what I'm saying? And the next thing that we noticed is in this very same clip, so I'll go ahead and unmute it and you can hear it for yourselves.
Oh my god, they have a star next to their name.
Oh, what are these stars?
So yeah, this is the first live stream I'll be showing off our elite system. As you would expect, the star rank means that they are stronger, more dangerous. There's going to be 1 stars out here, and there's going to be some 2 stars inside as well, so definitely take this encounter a bit more seriously than the enemies we might have found up until now.
That's right, those stars next to the enemy nameplate signify that they are elite mobs. They have increased HP, defense, and damage output. This is the first time we're seeing the elite mob graphical system in this game, so now you know, when Alpha 2 starts and you're out there walking about, you see some stars next to someone's nameplate, you run away from them if you're solo, because even in this was a full stack team, and they were doing level 14 area as a level 10, and the tank died. They had a BARD and a Cleric, and the tank still died. Just goes to show, be very careful in this game. You're gonna need friends. You can't go out there and solo every single POI like it's World of Warcraft or RuneScape or New World or something like that. Make friends in this game, alright? This next tip is gonna cost you a referral. I'm just kidding, but if you haven't signed up yet for Ashes of Creation, consider clicking my link in the description down below to sign up. It's free, and it supports me. And that rhymed. But they are going to be reopening the Alpha 2 testing keys here in a little bit. We're actually going to find out when they're going to reopen them on Friday. So if you haven't yet made an Ashes of Creation account, it's free. Just click the link, and then you can buy a key whenever they become available if you're interested in testing it, which I don't see why you wouldn't. There's no other real good MMOs out right now. But speaking of RuneScape, the next thing that I noticed is that you right-click to trade people in this game just like it's RuneScape. They said they were going to take things from games that were good. They took the Gathering from New World, and it looks like they took this from RuneScape. At least it looks like he's right-clicking to trade. It doesn't seem like there was a prompt to press a button, like how in New World you hover over and you press a letter to open up the menu for other players. It looks like he right-clicked in order to access the trade menu. So if that is the case, I think that's a pretty clean and easy way to do it. And that frees up a keybind, which I'm personally very excited for. Because somewhere in this video, when Steven passed the BARD POV over to Bucky, and he was rearranging his abilities, you can see there's 3 rows of abilities, alright? There's going to be a lot of keybinds. I deeply appreciate that they used a right-click to trade feature instead of another keybind that you had to hover over someone, press the key, and then go down to trade. Right-click is just so simple, man. I'm glad they put it in. If that's what it is, which it looks like that's what it is. And next up, I noticed something that all my fellow Cleric enthusiasts are going to be buzzing about if you haven't noticed this for yourself already, and that's when you're in combat, right next to the mob's nameplate, you'll have a miniature version of the tank's nameplate complete with mana and HP and everything. So you don't need to look through your 20-man party to find the tank that you're supposed to be healing. Or it doesn't have to be the tank, because a couple of other times you did see the Bard up there, and I think there was one time where a mage or some sort of DPS was up there. Maybe it's the MVP of the group, because it looks like it can change in the middle of combat. But either way, you have a miniature sort of heads-up display of someone's HP and mana right next to the mob's HP. So you can get all the information you need as a cleric in one place. It's simple. If you keep the tank alive, for the most part, your team will be fine in PvE. Of course, not PvP, but this is a very big quality of life for PvE. It's a big deal for clerics. And as far as I know, this is the first time we've seen it as well. Next up, it's something new that I noticed with the Bard ability, which is kind of ironic because I did do a Bard archetype breakdown, but that was more so focused on the systems of how Bard works and not the individual abilities. But if you didn't notice this either, then let me tell you that the notes of Discordance bounce around, which doesn't sound like that big of a deal because they're relatively weak. I think they do like 75% arcane damage, and for each subsequent target it bounces to, it will do less damage. So it's not that powerful of an ability, but it applies stagger to everyone that it hits. I thought this was incredibly stupid when I found this out. Originally, I noticed it when I was trying to get a clip of Steven using the weird marking systems they have, which I'm going to talk about next because they make no freaking sense to me. I've been trying to figure out what the hell they are. But you can see the notes bouncing around, and they are staggering everything that they hit. I thought that was absolutely ridiculous, but I mean, here it is. Bard just got even better, man. Aside from Discordance looking incredibly freaking cool, let's talk about the weird-ass markings in this game. So far we've seen like a Spartan helmet, a purple diamond, a sun, and an axe. At first I thought these were sort of warning labels for the mobs, because one of the devs did say that skeletons can spawn with unique effects, but I think he was just referring to like how certain skeletons like reavers can revive and stuff like that. These seem to be player markings, as you can hear Steven say, you know, we need markings, and then a bunch of markings starts showing up and he says good marks or whatever, but they're super weird. I don't know. It's kind of an ugly system, I'll be honest with you. You have a purple diamond and a big sun and a battle axe popping up. In the right click menu, there is an option to mark, so I'm wondering if that's how you apply that. But either way, I'll let you guys, you know, be the judge of it. What do you think these abilities do? What the hell is a Spartan helmet marking for? What's a battle axe? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, but, you know, those are markings. We heard it from Steven's mouth. Those are player-done markings. Alright, this next one is a little weird. I once again don't have an explanation for it, but the last three are pretty cool, so let me get this last weird one out of the way. In the top right hand, where the mini-map is, you'll see a sun, and right next to it, some sort of other seasonal element. From Steven's POV, we got like a sprouting flower or blossoming flower, and then from Bucky, the Bard's POV, we got a snowflake. My first thought, which I still stand by, it's kind of weird, but those are the seasons of where your node is currently located, and the sun to the left of it is, I'm assuming, the time of day, if it's considered day or night for resource purposes. Steven is playing a Vec, and it looks like it's spring wherever his node is located, and Bucky is playing some sort of Kalar human, and it looks like it's winter wherever his node is located. So for resource purposes, you got the time of day on the left, which is either, I'm assuming, sun or moon. We didn't quite make it to the moon phase in this stream. And on the right, you have the season. That's how I'm interpreting this. Let me know if you guys think differently, because the environment does change, not only with the day of time, but also the season. So I think that's how we're going to find out what season it is. Alright, this next one is a simple one, but I was really excited to see it and I think it's super cool. This game does have a loot all function, an AoE loot function. Bucky has it keybound to G in this clip. He just took over Steven's keybind. I think he had it at F, and Steven was like, who the frick puts it on G? But, you know, Bucky is the Bard guy. Let him cook, Steven. But yeah, they have an AoE loot function. I think that's the first time we're seeing it, as that's the first time we've probably seen multiple loot bags in a close enough radius to be looted all at once. I'm just glad to see it. It's a very cool function to have for when you're running through dungeons, or POIs in this case. This next one I thought was hilarious, and it doesn't mention it anywhere in the stream, nor does it have anything to do with the Bard, but if you look in the bottom right where you have all your little logos for inventory, religion, so on and so forth, all the way to the left you have a sandal. And the friend I was watching that showcase with told me that one of the devs in the Ashes Discord confirmed that that sandal is the report button. So if you know anything about Steven and Intrepid, there's a Sandal meme going on. There has been for multiple years. Steven and his freaking sandals, if they catch you cheating, they're going to hit you with a sandal. That's the report button if you didn't know. So now if you log into Alpha 2 and someone's griefing you, click the sandal. I think this last one is going to be good news to a lot of people because right after the BARD showcase, Twitter was flooded with complaints about how the poor lighting mixed with the BARD's flashy abilities made the game almost unplayable. And they were wondering if Steven knew this was an issue. And even still, on the Ashes forums, people are asking Steven if you can adjust the lighting for any of the abilities because they hated how it looked at certain moments on the BARD stream. Well, rest assured, in this clip, Steven got himself in a bit of a pickle and he's trying to run away from a couple mobs inside of a dark area. Listen to what he has to say.
Away, I ran.
Oh, guys, this might be TPW. This might be
no.
TPW. We should move out. We should run.
Run!
I can't even see where to run.
Good luck.
So you saw there, he knows it's an issue. I'm sure either the lighting will be improved or you'll be able to reduce the visual effects of your abilities until this is no longer an issue. So rest assured, they know about it and they are on it. I'm sure we'll see more this Friday. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you guys with a bunch of new information right after that AMA on Friday. Thanks for watching.